Listen closely because these tips can tremendously help you meet your financial goals. This is why you need to understand the psychology of saving money. Why is saving money so hard? You've probably tried budgeting, cutting expenses, and even setting up automatic savings, but somehow you still struggle. Look, I get it. It's not just about numbers, it's about psychology. Your brain is wired to spend, not save. That's because spending money gives you that instant gratification, that little dopamine hit your brain craves. Saving is all about delayed gratification, and your brain isn't always so good with that. But don't worry, today we're diving deep into the psychology of saving. We'll break down why saving feels so difficult, expose those hidden mental traps that keep you from hitting your savings goals, and, most importantly, give you simple, actionable strategies to fix it, without feeling like you're living like a monk for the next decade. So if you've ever wondered why your savings account stays empty, even though you swear you're trying to save more, this video is for you. Make sure you watch till the end, because these tips are absolute game changers. Let's dive in. First, let's talk about your brain's reward system. See, every time you buy something, whether it's a coffee, a new phone, those concert tickets you've had your eye on, or even just some late-night online shopping, you get a dopamine hit. This is the feel-good chemical in your brain that rewards you, makes you feel good, and it's directly tied to spending. But here's the problem. Saving money doesn't give you an immediate dopamine hit. Your brain doesn't see the reward now, it only sees the sacrifice. It's like, wait, I have to wait how long to enjoy this money? No thanks. So naturally, spending feels more satisfying than saving. Think about it. Would you rather have $100 today, or $110 a year from now? Most people would choose the $100 today, even though it's technically less money in the long run. It's all about that instant gratification. This is called present bias. We prioritize instant rewards over future benefits, and that's exactly why saving money feels so hard. It goes against our natural wiring. We're biologically programmed to seek out those quick rewards, those immediate dopamine hits. And when we don't get them, our brains start throwing tantrums. But don't worry, there's a way to hack your brain into saving more. It's all about understanding how your brain works, and then using that knowledge to your advantage. We're going to rewire those neural pathways and make saving not just bearable, but actually enjoyable. Let's talk about that next. Now let's consider the power of exponential growth. Imagine you save just $1 today. With compound interest, that dollar can grow significantly over time. The earlier you start saving, the more time your money has to grow exponentially. This is why it's crucial to start saving now. The benefits you reap in the future will be far greater than the small sacrifices you make today. Alright, so we know our brains are hardwired for instant gratification. But on top of that, there are also sneaky mental traps that make saving money even more difficult. These traps trip us up, make us question our decisions, and often leave us feeling defeated before we even start. But fear not, because once you're aware of these traps, you can avoid them like a pro. The first trap is called lifestyle inflation. Ever notice that as you make more money, you start spending more? You get a raise, and suddenly you need a nicer apartment, a newer car, fancier dinners. This is lifestyle inflation, when your expenses increase in lockstep with your income. At first it feels great. You've worked hard. You deserve to treat yourself, right? But over time, you never actually save more because you always upgrade your lifestyle to match your income. It's like you're on a treadmill, running faster and faster but never actually getting anywhere. But here's how you fix it. Set a rule. For every raise, bonus, or extra bit of income you get, a significant portion of it goes directly into savings before you even think about spending it. Don't let your lifestyle inflate with your income. Stay disciplined, and you'll be amazed at how quickly your savings will grow. The second trap is the I'll save later mindset. Most people think, I'll start saving when I make more money, or I'll save once things settle down a bit. But here's the truth. If you can't save now, you won't save later. Because the more you make, the more expenses magically appear. A bigger house, a nicer car, more vacations, maybe even private school for the kids. It's like your expenses have this uncanny ability to expand to fill whatever space your income provides. So, how do you fix it? Simple. Start saving now, even if it's just $5 per week. Small habits compound over time. Remember, it's not about the amount you save at the beginning, it's about building that habit, that discipline of setting money aside consistently. And finally, the third trap is the all or nothing mindset. Some people think, If I can't save a lot, it's not worth it. This mindset is a progress killer because it prevents you from even starting. They think they need to be saving thousands of dollars a month for it to make a difference, so they don't bother saving anything at all. But here's the thing. Saving any amount is better than nothing. Even $1 per day adds up over time. That's $365 by the end of the year. Don't underestimate the power of small, consistent savings. Remember, you're playing the long game here, and every little bit counts. Now that you know the enemy, let's talk about how to hack your brain to make saving easier. Chapter 3. How to trick your brain into saving more. Now that you know why saving feels hard and the mental traps that keep you stuck, let's hack your brain to make saving not just bearable, but actually enjoyable. We're going to outsmart our brains and make saving feel less like a chore and more like a game. The first hack is to automate your savings. This is one of the simplest yet most effective ways to trick yourself into saving more. Set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings account, so a portion of your paycheck goes directly into savings, before you even see it. It's like paying yourself first before spending on anything else. Think of it like this. You already automate your bills, right? Your rent or mortgage, your utilities, your phone bill, they're all on autopilot. So why not automate your savings as well? Make it a non-negotiable expense, just like your other bills. The second hack is to make saving fun. Most people see saving as a chore, something they dread doing. But what if it was a game? There are tons of fun savings challenges out there that can turn saving into something you actually look forward to. Try the $5 challenge. Save every $5 bill you get. It's a simple yet surprisingly effective way to save without even thinking about it. The No Spend Challenge. Pick a week each month and spend nothing on extras. This will force you to get creative with your spending and help you identify areas where you can cut back. And of course, there's the classic 52-week savings challenge. Start with $1, add $1 more each week, and you'll save $1,378 in a year. The third hack is all about the power of visualization. Rename your savings account to something that motivates you. Studies show that naming your savings goal increases your chances of success. Instead of a boring savings account, rename it to Dream House Fund, Retirement Freedom, World Travel Adventures, whatever gets you fired up. When you see that name every time you check your account, it's a constant reminder of what you're working towards. It makes that goal feel more tangible, more real, and motivates you to keep saving. And finally, the fourth hack is the 24-hour rule for spending. Impulse spending is a savings killer. We see something we want, we get that dopamine rush, and we buy it without thinking. But then, a few days later, the excitement wears off, and we're left with buyer's remorse. So, before buying anything expensive, wait 24 hours. If you still want it after 24 hours, go for it. But most of the time, you'll realize you didn't need it after all. The initial excitement will have worn off, and you'll be able to make a more rational decision. Saving money isn't just about numbers. It's about understanding your brain. Your brain craves instant gratification, making spending way easier than saving. It's like our brains are wired for short-term pleasure instead of long-term gain. On top of that, we're constantly bombarded with these common mental traps like lifestyle inflation and the save-later mindset, which, let's be honest, keeps more people broke than they'd like to admit. But it doesn't have to be this way. By using automation, savings challenges, and a few simple mindset hacks, you can actually trick yourself into saving more, without feeling deprived. Remember, it's all about working with your brain, not against it. Which tip will you try first? Let me know in the comments. Want more financial tips? Subscribe now and turn on notifications. If this video helped, give it a like. It helps more people see this. Until next time, keep excelling your finances.